I need to get a little Candy O. Okay, I know we're covering like real serious politics and it's important, but dude, she watched the Erika Kirk interview, guys. I gotta see this. She watched the Erika Kirk interview with Jesse Waters, and I gotta see it, bro. Dude, I'm in on this story, and I feel like it's helping fracture the MAGA shit. It's important, dude. Dude, we gotta do it. We gotta do it, boss. I know you hate me because I like the gossipy shit, but like, dude, I feel like this shit is very important. Every video I can make about like how shitty the tpusa world is, and every video I can make about how fraudulent those guys are, every little gossipy, trashy video I can make is helping fracture their shit.
She answers the question, we're going to get to it right now actually, of whether or not she believes that they have caught the true killer of Charlie Kirk.
Here we go.
Right?
All right.
Do you believe that? The person that we have in custody, is that the person that pulled the trigger? Is that the only person that pulled the trigger? Anyways, I want you to hear it directly from her and not me recapping what she said or reiterating it rather. It's gone viral because of what she didn't say, to be honest with you. Take a listen.
Do you think they've caught your husband's killer?
So, something I'm so grateful for is that we have one of the most incredible teams for this case. I would never wish it upon anybody to have to go through what we are going through.
Dude, she's not answering the questions. It's feeling a little bit like Pam Bondi's fucking interview, isn't it?
To have seen the autopsy report, to have seen the different evidence portions that have been collected, I trust our team.
I trust our team. So, dude, she didn't answer, right? Dude, there is an autopsy report. There is. It's not released because of the trial and shit, but you have to do an autopsy in Utah with any type of murder. It's required by law. So there's an autopsy. No one's seen it, right? She's saying she's seen it, but like none of that is leaked out. Mostly, I think, around the trial. But dude, yeah, that was a really weird answer. Okay? She didn't answer. She just said, oh, we're blessed to have this fucking amazing team. I trust our team. And so, I mean, when she answers like that, you think, wow, dude, she's in on it. I mean, doesn't it seem like she's in on it? Like, tell me that answer was not the biggest she's in on it, like, alarm bell I have seen yet. I mean, I thought some of her behavior was really bizarre. I mean, just the fact that she jumped into the driver's seat, right? You have kids and your husband is murdered in an outrageously violent way in front of the whole world. You have kids. You're stepping back. You're going to go and grieve and try to process this, find his killer, make sure that there's justice around your husband, right? But she didn't do any of that. She's just like, the next day, she's like standing there with the empty chair, vowing retribution, the pyrotechnics, the fundraising email. She's the president of tpusa. She's like capitalizing on this. She's like, she has hit the ground running to just like build the Erika Kirk brand and do every TV appearance she possibly could and stand up in front of pyrotechnics and shit and try and create a Christian nationalist like army or whatever. Dude, that's weird behavior, man. Like, the more I see her, the more I think, dude, she's part of this, bro. Like, let's see what Candy O says.
So it's not a straight yes or no. And the implication could be that she trusts the team to find more or to get answers, or if this is not it, to tell her what the true answers are. And I think that's why this is going viral, because they're going, okay, does she actually believe that Tyler Robinson acted alone? And obviously Jesse is not going to push her on that, because it would have probably felt more like an interrogation rather than just sitting down and speaking through some of these topics that are probably hard to talk about in general. But I am hopeful that what she's implying is that she trusts her team to do the due diligence. She says that she has seen the autopsy report. She has seen certain things. Obviously, none of us have seen the autopsy report. And I don't know. I didn't know what to make of that. Is she saying that there's more that's going to come out? Is that kind of a foreshadowing that more is going to come out and things are going to be clear? I hope so. I really do. Because in terms of what the public has seen so far, I would say nothing has been convincing. And I'm trying to imagine what they would have that the public hasn't seen that could be sort of a smoking gun. And in theory, it would be the footage, right? Tyler Boyer said, we have footage in 4K, all of the stuff when he was tweeting. And similarly, not the university, but somebody else was saying that, at every angle, every area of the university is covered. Their excuse for not showing the public was they didn't want it to in any way impact the case. That has never made sense to me. That excuse has never made sense to me. In fact, I would imagine that when there was a manhunt going on, before you were even thinking about the case, but rather thinking about keeping people safe, that would have been a good time to drop some clear footage of the individual.
I mean, it's true. They only released like the one blurry picture, right?
But it's possible. It's possible they have actual clear footage of Tyler Robinson jumping down onto the rooftop and firing the shot. That's all.
See, we know they have the parking lot camera where it shows Tyler run across the roof of the building and jump down and run. We know that camera gets the whole roof. So if he went up those stairs on that walkway, climbed over the railing, went down on the roof, laid down, fired that gun, shot, packed it up, and came running, all of that is going to be captured on that one camera. I mean, they show us the end of it with him running across, but they've got to have the shot. If it came from him on that roof, it's on that camera. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't show it. It's like, it's this camera, dude. This camera right here, guys. It's this one. Look at this. Here it is. Okay? It's a wide angle. All right? This is where the shot took place. Right there. Okay? Like literally, like right here is where he was on that building. Okay? That's it. Somewhere right there. He climbed over this railing from the walkway, walked over here, set up, fired the shot, and then it shows him running from here behind this thing and across. But if he shot, it shows the whole thing, okay? It shows the whole fucking thing from this angle. That entire situation, you're going to see him crawling over the rail. You're going to see him ducking down and waiting. You're going to see him go over, set up, break out the gun, load the gun, everything, right? It's all going to be visible there and whatever he did after the shit, okay? There's no doubt in my mind that that would all be on that camera.
Anyways, but keeping with Erika's interview, she was asked directly, and this is probably the most viral moment from the sit down, about how she personally feels about the conspiracy theories that are circulating regarding his murder. And here is her answer.
There's other theories swirling around about Charlie's assassination.
Right.
How does that make you feel?
When everything happened, my phone died. It became a black hole. I just didn't turn it on for weeks on end. I've intentionally...
Dude, when it happened, I didn't turn it on for weeks on end. Dude, that's such a lie. Dude, she was doing TV appearances like 2 days later. Who's she kidding? She didn't turn her phone on. You were certainly checking your goddamn email. Like, right? I mean, that is an outrageous lie, dude. There's no way, bro. What, is she carried a desktop around on a cart or some shit? Dude.
Isolated myself because I need to guard my heart and I need to be there for my kids. And I need to be there for Turning Point.
Dude, I need to be there for my kids. I need to do a video screaming about, claiming retribution next to an empty chair. And then I need to do pyrotechnics 11 days later and get felt up by Donald Trump.
And what I've realized through all of this is that everyone grieves differently. Everyone is trying to figure out, and I don't blame them, how does this happen? How does somebody become so radicalized where they can justify this in their own head? We just lost one of the greatest voices of our generation.
No! No!
Why? How? What's behind it? Like, everyone's trying to process this. And I respect that. But where my heart is just asking for some grace is for the ones who were there that day. They have to relive that every single day. He didn't die in a car accident. He didn't die from cancer. He was assassinated. And the difference between this and previous assassinations in this country is there was no social media. There was no AI. I can tell you how many fake images are out there of all of this.
It's doing the AI claims.
And again, my only request is that just please pray and consider and think about.
Dude, please pray. Dude, she was in on it, boss. I'm telling you, bro. She's in on it, dude. Dude, I'm watching Better Call Saul right now. You guys see that show? Right? There's a scene where they, like, I'm giving away the plot, okay? If you haven't seen the show, at a critical moment, this cartel drug lord shows up and shoots one of their friends and a guy whose law firm they used to work at, okay? And so they watch this guy die, and then the guys come in and they take the body and they make it look like a suicide. And so then the people who watched him get murdered go to his law firm for the wake, and they're talking to his wife, and they're like so crestfallen. And one of them even makes up a story on the fly about something she saw with this guy. And it's like, dude, that's literally what we're watching. She's in on it, guys. I'm calling it right now, bro. I don't know if it's ever going to come out, but she is definitely in on it.
Whatever you put online, because it's going to impact his kids in the future. I don't want my kids to go on the internet one day when they're older and see things that it's just.
They're going to see it, and the more you like take a central role in this, the more it's going to become part of the thing. She's like, I don't want my kids to be affected by this, but I'm going to make my husband's death my entire identity for the next 20 years and just hit the cash register. Like, come on, bro. If you didn't want your kids, you'd be like, who's even hanging out with her kids? Dude, she is so full of shit.
We're all trying to process this in their own way, and I appreciate that. But just some grace would be nice.
So I think it's a gracious answer, and I think it's a gracious request to, assert first and foremost that people are doing this because they care and they care about Charlie. And also this was a traumatic event that the entire world experienced. And also the reason why the internet is investigating is because the feds aren't. And not only are they not investigating, they're telling some pretty obvious lies.
Dude, something stinks to high heaven with this, right? Like, aren't you feeling, dude, she's reminding me of O.J. Simpson, guys. Remember O.J. Simpson? O.J. Simpson's like, I vow I will never stop looking for Nicole's killer. And the minute that trial was over, O.J.'s like golfing. You never heard from him again, dude. You know what I mean? It is like very similar vibes of like the acting, saying the right things in public, being distraught in just the right way. Oh my God, I'm so torn up by this. And then right back to business. Dude, something is crazy, dude. This shit is dirty.
Number one being that he was shot by a .30-06 and stopped the bullet when in a normal circumstance, it would have decapitated him. Like a .30-06 will decapitate someone. And because they've been so ridiculous and then gaslighting us by being like, you're dishonoring Charlie's legacy, people are digging their feet in the ground because it's just disrupts us spiritually to watch something like that and then be told like nothing to see here. Now, here's what I will say about her request to consider the people that were there that day. The people that were there that day experienced a trauma because they watched Charlie Kirk die, or maybe they didn't see him die, maybe watched him get shot, heard the shot, who knows what the exact specs are. This is where it's going to be really hard for Erica to be a CEO and to be somebody who is a widow at the same time, right? Because the messaging that is coming out of Turning Point USA, so this is Erica in her CEO and her chairman capacity, has just been unacceptable, right? It can't be both. It can't be, okay, everybody, we're going to keep going. And, Mikey's going to take over for Charlie at his Liberty event that he has, which is going to be sold out. And Turning Point USA people who are directors of faith are going to be telling you, like, Mikey's got what it takes. Here's what, blah, blah, blah. And then Mikey's going to tell stories about that day, go on his show multiple times. Andrew's going to talk about it. Everyone's going to talk about it. And they don't want to talk about the stuff that we care about. Like,
yeah, dude. I mean, it's been a little rah-rah, right? It's like, rah-rah, the show must go on. They're filming footage. Oh, we are all Charlie Kirk. They're telling stories. Everybody's, like, getting TV time and shit. And yet, like, dude, none of it makes sense, bro. The whole thing doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I didn't even like Charlie Kirk, okay? I had no attachment to this guy whatsoever. And I'm like, dude, this shit just doesn't make sense. If that had been my friend who died like that, I would have a lot of fucking questions, man. How come the people that are literally this guy's right-hand man and his wife, everybody that's close to him, none of them have any questions? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if something happened to Jenny, dude, I would have a million fucking questions. A million, bro. I would need that shit laid out for me, like, so it made sense, like I was 10 years old before I would let it rest. No stone unturned. And they, like, have no questions. They're just like, we're going to be in, 500 high schools. And it's like, really? That's what you're worried about? You're worried about, like, opening high school chapters when supposedly this guy that you tweet about, like, it's been 33 days, I can't live without him. But you have not once demanded answers to questions? What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.